Buddha could not have done this in the palace. He had to go to the forest. He had to be away from the crowd. You need to sit there in the forest, and then the forest talks to you. Then the land talks to you. Then the water talks to you. Then the air talks to you. If you are sitting all alone with people, then only people will talk to you. Nature has arrived at a conclusion that this is a consumer species. Religion is a device of nature to control the population of all. It's a virus upload by nature to make sure that this species fights among each other and makes sure that it culls each other.
If you could give an advice to your 20 years old, what would be that advice?
Reading, gardening, traveling. Success is not your bank account. Happiness will come for plugging into nature. And India is a beautiful geography. Every 100 kilometers, the whole topography changes. The soil type will change, the air will change, the language, cuisine. So the vastness of creation, it hits you bad, it's real hard.
What did you learn from nature that we can implement in our own lives? The moment you hit the road with a motorbike and you started having, the dots started connecting, what were some of the most important realizations you had at that time?
The moment you hit the highway, it's not just the plant species, the agriculture fields, the farms, the rivers, the wetlands, the grasslands. And India is a beautiful it's a beautiful geography. Every 100 kilometers, the whole topography changes. This is not like Siberia, it's not like the Sahara, it's not like the Amazon. You keep going and you'll just find one type of scenery, one type of, panoramic, this thing. Every 50 kilometers, okay, if not 50 kilometers, at least 100 kilometers, guaranteed, everything will change. The soil type will change, the air will change, the humidity will change, rainfall type will change, the wind will change, the type of crops that are grown will change. The language, cuisine, as I've already mentioned. So, the vastness of creation, it hits you. It hits you bad. It's real hard, And you think you've understood your city. Like, I've stayed in Pune, Allahabad, Jalandhar, Dalhousie, Dehradun, Patna. I thought I've seen the world. I lived in Aurangabad for 1 year. But the moment you hit the highway and you start going out to the countryside, you step into the villages, because not everywhere you get hotels, this is not like the West where you get nice motels, and so you got to live in the dhabas and truck dhabas, and you got to improvise, and sometimes under the trees, and sometimes, it hits you hard. That so the complete picture emerges. It doesn't happen in 1 year of traveling. No, it takes a decade. There's so much. The nature is talking to you. The entire ecosystem is trying to tell you something. The birds are trying to tell you something. Their nests are trying to tell you something. The grass is trying to tell you something. Everything is trying to tell you something. But we are so busy. So that is one thing. So silence, observation, traveling, and that's why whenever the youngsters come to us, I always tell them, reading, gardening, and traveling. These 3 things you can do.
Wow, I love it. Yeah,
you're a spiritual master. Don't have to do anything else.
And what were you mentioned that after was when you started to understand the Osho's message. What were some of the teachings that you really understood after that, after 36 years old, that helped you in your life?
I think one of the most important things was, that one very beautiful thing that I liked about him, he always said, don't believe me. Don't, just because I'm saying something, don't. Investigate on your own, try to find out more about what I'm saying. So you can travel to other masters, you can go to other ashrams, you can go to read other books, there's so many people who have written so much and who have spoken so much. So in Hindi, it was called the Ghat Ghat Ka Pani Pina. Go, go and immerse yourself in the thing. So I think that is something which really put me at ease right from the very beginning. Because here there was, like you enter a classroom, there's a teacher who says, only what I teach you, you make the notes, this is what you have to write, and this is, on base this, I will give you the marks, I'll give you the scores in the test. So there was nothing like that. It was so magnanimous, so generous, so this thing. Take this from me, but don't trust me. Don't believe me. I've given it to you. Now be with it.
Yeah.
But explore. Go. Explore. And it'll make sense to you.
Wow.
And if it doesn't make sense to you, leave it.
What else?
So this is one thing.
Very powerful.
Second, I got it was a very deep clarity that, there was this thing, dichotomy of there's a God and there is, So in Hindi, as we would say, patta hi Paramatma hai. The leaf is God. The leaf has photosynthesis, it's got chlorophyll, it creates oxygen. Oxygen is something which powers your intelligence. Anything on this planet, you need oxygen. Tatta hi Paramatma hai. So leaf is that ultimate thing. So it's a little solar panel, which takes the sunlight, creates that thing, does the photosynthesis, it gives it to her. So why don't you work with God? If the leaf is God, then you work with God. The God is in your party then. Then he is your partner. He'll take care of things. Yeah? A very small thing. Very, very small thing.
Yeah.
But it struck me hard. So that confidence, I'm working for God. I'm working for plants.
Yeah.
They, in Hindi, we call it Vanaspati Chaitana. Like we have human consciousness, which is Manav Chaitana, you, me, Manav Chaitana, human consciousness, and Vanaspati Chaitana. That is the green consciousness, the cosmic intelligence, which runs everything, right from planktons to unicellular plants, right and deep into the ocean and in the atmosphere, right in Siberia and the Himalayas and the Andes and the Rocky Mountains and everywhere under the snow, Antarctica, Arctic region, everything. It's all. So this is what runs the planet and in the current form, in the present form. So once you understand that, then what do I have to worry about? When I'm working with the most powerful energy on the planet, when I'm working with the source code, then who the hell can do? You feel so powerful. You feel like Hercules, you feel you can. So the master gives you some small little tips, But it's not that this was only for me. It was for the entire community, entire sannyasi community.
Yeah.
Someone picks it, someone doesn't pick it. So this is something with every master, I think. That is why every master has a very limited number of disciples. Because the power to absorb the message, which in Hindi we call patrata, So master is always giving, but you should be ready to receive that and ready to entertain that signal. Well, that's very important. This is what I felt. So the moment you hit the road, it helps you stay away from people. Because people interfere with those signals that are coming from the forest, from other species, from avian population, from the air, from the water, from the oceans, from the mountain. People are the biggest hurdle. Homo sapiens. People, Homo sapiens. So it's very important. Like Buddha could not have done this in the palace. He had to go to the forest. He had to be away from the crowd. He had to be away from, this is also kind of gravity. You need to go anti-gravity. You need to move away from the electromagnetic field. You need to sit there in the forest, and then the forest talks to you. And then the other species talk to you. And then the land talks to you. Then the water talks to you. Then the air talks to you. If you are sitting all along with people, then only people will talk to you. So this is something I realized.
You've been doing your work with trees for 32 years, right?
It's been 47 years.
47 years. So you've been doing the work with trees for 47 years. What made you start working with trees?
My grandmother. First, it was my teacher, Mrs. Williams. She was my elementary school teacher.
Yeah.
And I was studying in a small primary school in Pune, in Spices. It was a 7-day Adventist school. I was studying there. My father was posted in the military hospital there. And for 3 years, I studied in that school. And that teacher, she was born and brought up in the Jaffna forest in Sri Lanka. So she came on a deputation to, she was a missionary teacher. So she came there and she was teaching us. And the methodology, the way she taught us, that was so beautiful. And she was always talking about trees and animals and birds and reptiles and water, mountains, and, there were no books. She used to make us write a lot of creative writing and blah, 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 and very progressive teacher, I would say. She impacted a lot, and she created that first, foundation for understanding nature. I would say love for nature, that nobody can create that for you. That has to come from within.
Exactly.
But understanding of nature, how the monsoons work, how the rain cycle works. So we were on the foothills of the Western Ghats. So, she would take, we had those matadors on rent, and, she would bump us in, and then she would take us to the Western Ghats, Lonavala, Khandala, Kalyan. She would take us to Mumbai. She would show us the ocean. She would show the various rivers and how the ecosystems work, and she would talk. We didn't know what she was talking about, but okay, fine. But the foundation was being laid. And then what happened? Then my father, because he was moving throughout the country for his army work, my grandmother came to live with us to support my mother, and she was a very wild woman. So she came from a village,
Wow.
and she was like, she was nothing normal. She was always with a sickle and a shovel, and always gardening and kitchen gardening, growing vegetables, talking about earthworms and hibiscus, and talking about butterflies, and talking about trees, and talking about flowers, and talking. So here was another, one citizen comes into our life, and totally, there's no mannerisms, no etiquettes, eating with the hands, and, not using the soap, taking the soil, rubbing it, washing it under water.
Wow.
She had solution for everything.
Yeah.
Today we call it nature-based solutions. The big name,
Yeah.
So it was a living example. It was an encyclopedia of plants and grasses and vegetables and so. And so she stayed with us for a very long time. And the whole package was so good that it happened.
You continued.
And then she was a person. In January 1977, she asked me to start planting saplings.
Wow.
And the only reason was, see, at that time there was none of this vocabulary of global warming, climate change, climate warrior, climate mitigation, oceans rising, traffic jams, and fossil fuel. There was the language didn't exist. everything was nice. Everything was okay.
Yeah.
Everything was fine with the world. She only said, create more shade so that people can rest under the shade. Create more canopy so that the birds have shelter.
Wow.
Plant more keystone species like peepal.
Yeah.
Because they are water harvesting machines. You know, so she had her own reasons. Nothing to do with climate, nothing to do with SDG goals, nothing to do with sustainability.
Yeah.
That vocabulary did not exist.
Mm.
It was very simple, very simple. You know, so she would call roadside gardening. All the gardening should not be just for yourself. You know, there's something called community gardening also. So when you plant along the roadsides, avenue plantations, open roads, community lands, small ponds, lakes, this, that, it will help the wildlife. It will help the birds. She was very fond of birds.
Yeah.
So it will help the birds. It will help the insects. It will help biodiversity. Biodiversity, Jaivik Vividta in Hindi. Now, these words we heard in 77, 76. Now they are being, conference. Now these words are being thrown around in conferences and all that. So we understood these things at a very, very, very young age, at the age of 10. And honestly, I'll tell you, even today, what I don't do it for climate change, climate mitigation, sustainability, SDG goals. I don't work. I do it because my grandmother told me to do.
Wow.
I do it because that's my happy song. I do it because I love to do it. I would say I don't even care what the world is thinking. How much carbon sequestration is taking place.
Yeah.
That's not my priority. Not my priority. My office team deals with that. When I go out, when I hit the road, I need to plant. I need to create new vegetation, new habitats for birds and, the thing. So my priorities are very different. So I don't know. I can't bring myself to the table to talk about sustainability and carbon sequestration, carbon credits, carbon this thing. I don't really understand all these things. And I don't want to understand. Because if you want to work with nature, you should work if you can communicate with nature and if you understand what it requires. That's all. I do it because I feel happy. I do it because I feel healthy. I do it because I think that's my spiritual journey. That is what I've been chosen for.
Yeah.
So why bother? If some work has been given to you and everything is fine, otherwise, just keep doing that.
So I love what you said about you just love it's your happy place, as you say. Like today, I find there's a lot of people trying to find that happy place. What is your advice for people who feel a bit lost and they want to find their happy place?
Keep away from people. Be away from people. People will always advise you. If I sit with you the entire day till evening, you will give me 10 advices. And when I go out, I start thinking about them.
Yeah.
Again, I'm saying this is something I try and tell my friends, but nobody takes me seriously about it.
Okay, maybe this time someone will take you seriously. Let's go.
You need to be away from people to communicate with yourself, to listen to yourself, to be yourself. It's better to be in nature. I'm not saying you leave the world. I'm not saying, you become a rishi, sadhu, go away. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about becoming a hermit or an ascetic. No. These are extreme stands, Just giving time to yourself, I find it very difficult. This is just my personal opinion. There could be many, 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 many more techniques. I don't know. I'm talking about myself because this is something which has happened to me. I get very stressed out when I am with people. People say, no, you are such a happy person. I say, okay, fine, for some time. for a few days. Then I need to move away from people and reset myself and to reboot, so that I can be with people. So it's very important. Now, if you are continuously in the company of people, in the company of your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your live-in partner, your friends, your colleagues, your workplace, where is the time for you to sort out yourself? Not possible.
Yeah.
If somebody is doing it, I would like to learn it because I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Actually, it is funny because for me, it happened exactly that when I was shifting from a corporate life to start my own venture. I did that. I went away. Actually, I went to Bali. I spent time with myself. And actually, all the ideas came to me because I connected with myself. I didn't connect with people. So I really, really love what you said.
So, when they talk about solo traveling,
Yeah.
Solo traveling is not for Instagram.
Yeah.
It's not for taking photographs.
Yeah.
First of all, there is no solo traveling when you do it for Instagram.
Yeah.
You need a photographer, you need a videographer, you need a person who will mic you up, and there'll be a person who will operate your drone also. So there is no solo traveling happening in this country. Right? It's just a hashtag used on Instagram.
Yeah.
Solo traveling means then you don't have anything with you. Then you are solo.
Yeah, I see.
How can you photograph? How can you have drone shots if you are solo?
Yeah. So today, what affects you?
What affects me? No, what affects me in the sense here in the podcast, or like
No, I mean
again?
now in you say like you were saying no one asked me about what affects me in that sense. No, it was just
these days one thing really disturbs me, and that's religion. The so-called religion. In a certain way, during COVID, during the pandemic, during the complete lockdown, there was this realization also that religion is a device of nature to control the Homo sapien population. For the past few hundred years, 5,000 wars have taken place. If religion wasn't there, we would have been at 25 billion, 30 billion population. Religion is a device of nature to control human population. Because we fight because of religion. We kill each other because of religion. We create so much social stress, civil strife because of religion. That leads to lifestyle diseases. That leads to indirect deaths also, mortality. It is leading to weakening of the DNA of the Homo sapiens. Then, when nature understood that not just religion, I need to give it some extra thrust. So it gave us technology. For the past 200 years or 100 years, religion plus technology is equal to the control mechanism of nature, that modeling that Homo sapiens should not increase more than 7.5 billion. And I am very, very sure of what I have seen on this planet, traveled countries, traveled my own country so much. As a highway, you can say, nature has arrived at a conclusion that this is a consumer species. It doesn't have too much relevance in the scheme of things of my creation. So maybe another 1500 years or so, right? Religion is a device of nature to control the population of all, and there are some places where Homo sapiens are thriving because they are not getting too much into religion, at least not creating strife for themselves. maybe the Scandinavian countries, maybe Japan, maybe blue zones, maybe Bhutan, happy countries. And wherever religion is taking over, you see, whether it's Africa, you see West Asia, you see anywhere. Now, just imagine there was no religion, what the population would have been. So, religion is a glitch. It's a virus upload by nature, by our entire ecosystem, to make sure that this species fights among each other and makes sure that it each other. And this is how I see it.
Yeah. But what's the alternative?
Mhm.
What's the alternative?
See, the alternative was very simple. It was always there, nature. Our tribal communities, our aboriginals, they didn't have any god. They were praying to their hymns were to the sky, to the stars, to the Milky Way, to the mountains, to the land, to the soil. I was in Australia, so I met some aboriginal friends over there. And, you know, the time, the space, it was so beautiful. It was complete, all the 5 elements sitting right in front of you. It's so easy to communicate with them. There was no God, there was no church, there was no temple, there was nothing in between. So religion leads to politics, politics, nourishes the religion. So it's a very lethal combination. That is what I think it is, a lethal combination, but nature doesn't look at it that way. Nature, that is a software programming, that is the code of nature into the DNA of Homo sapiens. Religion plus politics, give it to them and let them control their own population. So when you are in a forest, you see there's so many ants, but then there is an anteater. But then the jaguar comes along, or the cheetah comes, the leopard comes along, and it turns the anteater upside down, goes for the neck, goes for the softer part of it, has a good meal. The ant becomes the nutrition of the leopard. So ecosystems have, biodiversity has its own code, has its own programming. Smallest fish, bigger fish, big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish. Those swarms, creels, and then suddenly the whale comes in, the dolphins come in, killer sharks come in, and the same thing. So now it can't create a bigger human being. Maybe it was not in the programming code. That is a smaller human being. Then there is a 40-foot human being. It can't create that. So it uploads 2 viruses called religion and politics. You give it to them. Third is technology. If you didn't have airplanes, you would be dying in the air, no?
Yeah.
So the population was growing. So maybe nature thought that give them technology, but otherwise they'll keep walking around the whole planet and nobody will have an accident. So people used to die in those days of natural reasons. Heart attack, old age, maybe malaria, maybe, something, waterborne disease. It was so natural. But now that the technology has come in, right from mobile phones, you're working on the mobile phones, a truck comes and takes you away. Technology, flights, technology. 13,40,000 people dead on highways. I'm talking about India. Fatal accident. Technology. When nature thought that, they have such beautiful roads with trees all around and not enough people are dying. Let's give them highways. Let's give them expressways. So that when the crash takes place, at least 12 people will die and 10 people will die. Wholesale. Now, it's just a way of looking at things. So friends, sometimes they say, it's very scary to talk to you. I'm not saying scary. It's just, think about it. If I'm wrong, correct me then. So because we are not having time to think about these things, this is what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I say, move away from people, then all these things, they strike you.
Yeah, yeah. So what you say, the three big problems, one is religion, second is politics, and the third one is technology. And for you come into
all the three things are beautiful things.
Yeah.
All three things could be beautiful.
Yeah.
Provided we know our limits, provided, you do it in sync with nature.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, yeah. So I don't, maybe I don't think the power for them is the technology, but I think it's how we use, how we think about technology. But what I like what you say is about nature, that we need to go more towards nature. And you spent a lot of time in nature with your trees. What did you learn from nature that we can implement in our own lives?
First, that if we have to preserve the Homo sapiens species, we better spend more time with nature. Because that is the school, that's a college, that's a university, where institution where you will learn.
Yeah.
You will not learn it in the four walls.
Yeah, yeah.
You cannot appreciate it. You can get information. You will know terms. You will learn phrases. You will learn a certain language, but you will not understand the ecosystem. You will not understand biodiversity. You need to be there, So this is, and all the solutions are there. Even Buddha had to go there. Even the masters had to go there.
Yeah.
Even the monks had to go there. Even, all the great spiritual teachers had to go there. Ultimately, you have to go there. Ultimately, you have to go there. Whether you are a shaman, you are an aboriginal, you are a master, you are a healer, whatever. All the beautiful writings in the world, all the beautiful scriptures in the world, they were all written in the forest. They were not written on a table and chair. It was not written on the desk. It was there. This is the greatest learning, and this is the greatest sharing that I do with people. Some understand, some don't. Maybe it's the comfort zone,
Sorry, why do you think?
Maybe for some it's a comfort zone. It's too hot over there. It's too cold over there. There's a lot of mosquitoes. Why go out there? This is so comfortable. We create a little ecosystem of our own. The lights are there. The power is there. Energy is there. Air conditioning is there. The TV is there. The wireless Wi-Fi is there. So you feel comfortable. But yes, definitely you feel comfortable. But then you miss out so much on understanding. You miss out so much on this thing. And later in life, as a teenager, maybe as Gen Z, maybe up to maybe 35, 40 years of age, you love this. But then, it will start troubling you. Because ultimately, our final journey, dust unto dust, So we come from nature, you go back to nature. So if you don't meet nature at the right time, and you don't communicate with nature at the right time, I think then you have to pay a heavy price. Because, see, if you are not happy, if you're not contented, if you're not satisfied with your life, no matter what you do, you may be a billionaire, but if you are not content, and contentment will also come from understanding. As in, like our work, we say, you conserve, you preserve what you understand. That is why education is important.
Yeah, for understanding.
When somebody comes to volunteer with us, it is not that we just teach him how to dig and how to fix a sapling and how to take care of the sapling. We need to give him a larger picture. There's biodiversity. This plant is a host plant of this particular butterfly. If you plant this tree, then these birds will be taken care of. If you do this kind of plantation, then the squirrels will benefit. If you do this kind of plantation, the elephants will like it, the tigers will like it. There's a habitat. So is that way. So ultimately, It's all about moving out. Moving out of your comfort zone, moving out of these walls, moving out of the city, moving out of your village, moving out of your community, moving out. You need to move out of this community to be part of the bigger community.
What do you mean?
12.5 million species.
Yeah.
That's our community. This is our species community. But if we say that evolution, we are the acme of evolution, we are the pinnacle of evolution, our 1,100 grams of brain, it has evolved over 4.5 billion years and blah, 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 whatever we like to talk about ourselves. Even then, we need to do something with that brain which is beyond our own species.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand.
If you are on the top of the pyramid, you need to take care of this. Nothing. You need to take care of the entire pyramid. We are not taking care of the pyramid. And we are forgetting the whole foundation is down there. It is all the biodiversity, it is all the species, it is all the trees and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the air and water and, we are not even bothered about it. We are so bothered about our bank account.
Yeah.
We are talking about investments. We are talking about real estate. Real estate, which is not even real. An estate which belongs to nature. It's a piece of earth. You will not take it in when you go. It was not you. It didn't belong to you when you were born. The estate is not real. And this is what you understand when you go out in the forest. God has given you this entire real estate to enjoy, not to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I'm about to be 60 years of age. I don't own a house. I don't own a house. There's nothing in my name. I still live.
But you have your motorbike that you.
That's my asset. That's my asset. Now, here, people, I try and explain to people that, the 70,000 acres of forest that we have created, that's my real estate. It doesn't belong to me.
Yeah.
It belongs to the animal, it belongs to the birds, it belongs to the government of India. It belongs to the government. It's a community land. It's a government land. It doesn't belong to me. But still, I feel it belongs to me because we worked on that land.
Yeah.
No? This is what they say. We are very species specific. Our entire thinking, our life, our culture, our everything starts and ends with human beings. This is where we are going. If you need to summarize and joining the dots and what happened at the age of 36, what did Osho teach you? What did the community? What did experience? We are so species specific. And this is one thing I realize. No. Yes, I need my own species for certain reasons. But till the time I don't plug into the rest of the species and the rest of the biodiversity, rest of the plant life and the air and the mountains and the rivers and everything, God has given us such a beautiful theater.
Yeah.
That is why people are not happy. Because they are looking at a very small part of real estate. Their own house, their own office, their own industry, their factory, whatever. A very, 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 very nano part of the real estate. God gave us a blue planet. This is the real estate.
So beautiful. I love it. Yeah.
This is the real estate. Yeah. And we are not even going out there to enjoy it. And we think, and we are working so hard, we ourselves just to create a small piece of real estate.
Yeah.
And it's all out there. This is the understanding you get when, we were talking about joining the dots together.
Exactly. So now the dots.
It's all there.
Join. Yeah.
It's all there. Just go and enjoy it.
Yeah. So before you connected all those dots, if you could give an advice to your 20 years old, What would be that advice?
Reading, gardening, traveling. Do whatever you want. You want to be an engineer, you want to be a scientist, you want to be a professor, you want to be a doctor, do it. Because that's you. That's, you want to be something. Beautiful. Beautiful. But I think if you're not doing these three things, these three things are also indicators. I'm not saying these are the three things. No. I'm just saying it's just help you. These are just tips. These are just life hacks. I think gardening, it connects you to the soil, it connects you to plant life, it connects you to plant intelligence, it plugs you into the cosmic, the way, everything functions. You understand a little seed creates a forest, So and second is reading, because if you don't know the various perspectives and the various sources of wisdom that have been right from Confucius to present times, you are missing out on something. So much has happened. So much is out there in the air, You just a part of it, if you can receive it, it will be nice. It will be a blessing for you. And third thing is the physical part of it, to just move away from your own species, go out there, everything is there, and you, at the end of it, my advice to the 20-year-old will be, these are the three little things, master keys to health and happiness. Success is not your bank account. Success is not your visiting card, your designation. Success is not your office. Success is just simple two things. If you understand this, you've understood life. Health and happiness. If you're healthy, you will create wealth.
Yeah.
Your health will create wealth. Okay? So wealth of various kinds.
Yeah.
So if you are healthy and you are happy, happiness will come from your work. Happiness will come for plugging into nature. Happiness will coming into relaxing into the whole theater. Oh, this is okay. This is fine. This is okay. Not just going to Singapore, or not just going to Sydney, or not just going to London, or to Frankfurt, or to Amsterdam. No. That can be just bits and parts of the learning, but, it's a much bigger thing. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Just move away from your own species, please. This is something which I really beg and pray and appeal to younger generation. We are too much into each other.
Yeah, I agree.
Too much into each other. Too much into each other.
Yeah. And I really resonate with that, because for me, travel has been my biggest. So I did one of the three is travel, and for me has changed my life, and has been given me everything. It has been my MBA of life, and has given me everything. Travel. I've been travel for the past 20 years, more than 70 countries, and I realize a lot. I understand a lot about the world. I understand a lot about myself.
That reflects in your being. That reflects in your questions.
Thank you.
It reflects in your questions.
Yeah. Thank you. And we're coming to the end. My last question is related to we spoke about three people today, right? You started the conversation, you having a conversation with the three people in your life. Now, if you have to go back again and put them together, and each one of them will think something, what it would be?
I would just like to, I think each should pat each other's back and say, well done, well done, well lived, well done.
Good.
Because I think I can't even think of any year, any era, any phase of my life, this should have been different.
Yeah.
No. Because it was such a, again, joining the dots, that if that would have not happened, this would not have happened.
Yeah.
If this would not have happened, this would not have happened.
Yeah.
If this would not have happened, then this would not have happened. This is very important. See, it's very sad. People have regrets in life. People have regrets in life because they think they have designed the life. Now, this is again coming back to the thing. Everything is done by nature.
Yeah.
You need to understand that. When you say God does this, God does that. This is a simple way of putting it. So basically, the cosmic intelligence at work. It is handling 12.5 million species. We just keep forgetting. 12.5 million species out there which are being managed by this cosmic intelligence. What makes you think that you are managing yourself? This is where we go wrong. Yeah, okay, free will is something, okay, you like to do it. But, the broader framework is already decided.
Yeah.
I will not even say already decided. It is the way it is.
Yeah, and you put it really nice, saying that's a theater, and you're just acting on it.
Yeah. So enjoy
Yeah.
the drama, enjoy the show, Like, what else can you do?
Yeah.
There is nothing. And, there was a time when I probably thought that, yes, I could change things. I went through that phase. When you are young, you think, you can. But then I realized, no. The only way to live is to let things happen. Then adapt, improvise, be happy, be cheerful, keep smiling, and find your way in or out, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Very good. Okay. Well, we're coming to the end. I want to thank you. And I think for me, what came across is connect with nature and travel. That's two of your big messages. It was a pleasure.
It is a pleasure.
Thanks
for asking such wonderful questions. Such wonderful. I really loved it. Really. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you.